showing up to help me stock the shelves here. We're going to have to start making room for the Saturday market blend soon. And then we'll find out whether people want to brew it at home.
Good question.
Yeah, or content to get it at the Saturday market.
Right. I don't even know how many people know that we're a sister island to Ometepe, which is in the middle of Lake Nicaragua. And also that our organization, which started in the 1980s, has sent over $800,000 down to Nicaragua and Central American companies, mostly to support coffee growers, health and education organizations there. You'll notice our coffee says fairly traded organic, but really importantly, it's also fair wage, so the coffee growers are actually earning a living.
Yes. You remember that a couple of couples from Salt Spring were just touring Nicaragua. Art and Mark Simons and Betty and Andy Gibson. And they happened upon this volcanic island in the middle of Lake Nicaragua. People were very poor straits and lacked a lot of basics, such as clean water and a decent school building. So they decided to do something about it, and they came back to Salt Spring. They co-opted some others, and the Ometepe-Gulf Island Friendship Association, or OGIFA was short, was born.
And sustained since those 1980s. Jonathan Royce actually was a Salt Springer who moved to Seattle and then traveled in Central America. And he and a woman from Managua, Nicaragua, started a program to get street kids who were addicted to sniffing glue off the streets. They started Cia La Vida, and our organization supported that school and health program along with BOCIA, which is a similar group on Bainbridge Island in Washington. So we're really trying to support both the farmers and the people of Nicaragua in a variety of ways.
Yes, and then in cooperation with BOCIA, we started importing the coffee. And it's a darn good thing we did, because they were being hit by a variety of adverse effects. They had a major hurricane, an epidemic of rust, which killed many of the coffee plants, which were in the process of aging anyway. And with that money, among other things, they've been able to hire an agronomist to help with their management, and their production, which had fallen substantially, is now pretty much back up.
And I've heard that the quality of the beans has been improved as well, and they have just received a special designation. So Salt Springers and the coffee growers of Ometepe are really benefiting by us bringing the coffee back up. Our coffee was just rated 98% highly satisfactory to our survey participants. So that was a good thing. We wanted to know how we were doing. People are happy with this coffee.
And I'm really happy that the latest project that we're involved in is proving quite successful. Something called a Saturday School, and rural people who haven't been able to get a high school diploma, and most Nicaraguans, it appears, rural Nicaraguans don't get past about grade 6. They're brought to a central place and taught, and they're approaching 100 or so people have already graduated from that course, and some of their teachers are actually previous recipients of that assistance.
It's good. It's a really successful program, and we take for granted what we have here. OGIFA has always been focused on health organizations in Nicaragua or Guatemala, and education, supporting teachers and the students who otherwise wouldn't be receiving a full education. It's interesting because the people do seem to give back to the organization that they have received. So it's a very circular kind of enterprise.
That's very impressive, but we are facing a challenge, and that is that our volunteer corps is getting old, and we need to have new blood. So we're always looking for volunteers.
That is true. And there's more to do. We thank Country Grocer for stocking our coffee. It's been a really big boost to our sales.
People who want to get more information can visit our Facebook page, Ometepe Coffee Salt Spring, or they can email the following address, ometepecoffee@shaw.ca. We really like to see people come out. The organization's very welcoming. The meetings, there are only 4 of them a year, are fun, and you always learn something.
Love the dark roast, but all of the coffee is great, and it's so wonderful that the coffee growers are the ones who are getting 100% of the profit.
Let's get this shelving finished. Go get a cup of coffee.
I agree.